Every patch had a tale, woven by a grandmother's gentle hands. Her fingers, though aged and marked by time, moved with a grace that spoke of years spent threading stories into fabric. Each movement was deliberate, each stitch a silent promise to remember, to cherish, to hold on to the moments that might otherwise slip away. The quilt was more than a project. It was her way of keeping our family's history alive, one square at a time. Imagine a quilt, not just a blanket, but a living tapestry of stories. It's a canvas where memories are painted in fabric, where every color and pattern is chosen with care, each one echoing a chapter of someone's life. The quilt is a diary you can touch, a scrapbook you can wrap around your shoulders on a chilly evening. Each square is a memory, each thread a whisper from the past. The faded reds and vibrant blues, the delicate florals and sturdy plaids, they all have something to say. Some patches are soft and worn, others still crisp, but all are bound together by the invisible threads of love and remembrance. As a kid, I'd watch my grandmother sit by the window, sunlight painting patterns on her face, as she stitched together bits of cloth that meant everything to her. The room would be filled with the gentle hum of her sewing machine, the rhythmic sound almost like a lullaby. Sometimes, she'd hum an old tune, her voice blending with the golden afternoon light. I'd sit nearby, mesmerized, wondering how she could turn scraps into something so beautiful and meaningful. There was the faded blue from my granddad's old shirt, the one he wore on their first date. That patch was soft from years of wear, and every time I touched it, I could almost hear his laughter, see the twinkle in his eye as he told stories of their youth. It was more than fabric. It was a piece of his spirit, stitched into the quilt for us to remember. A patch of yellow from my mom's childhood dress, torn and mended, just like the stories she'd tell at bedtime. That dress had seen countless adventures, muddy knees, summer picnics, and wild games in the garden. The patch was frayed at the edges, but strong in the middle, a testament to resilience and the way love can mend what life tears apart. I even spotted my own soccer jersey, now part of a patchwork rainbow, its number peeking out from under a floral print. That jersey had seen victories and defeats, grass stains and rainy afternoons. Now it lived on in the quilt, a reminder of childhood dreams and the encouragement I felt from my family cheering on the sidelines. What made this quilt special wasn't just its colors or how soft it felt on a cold night. It was the warmth of every memory sewn inside. Each time I wrapped myself in it, I felt the embrace of those who came before me, their hopes and dreams woven into every inch. The quilt was a shield against loneliness, a comfort on days when the world felt too big or too cold. Whenever someone wrapped themselves in it, they weren't just getting cozy. They were stepping into a circle of family, surrounded by the echoes of laughter, the comfort of shared meals, the quiet strength that comes from knowing you belong to something bigger than yourself. They were holding on to laughter, comfort, even the heartache and hope of generations before them. The quilt was a silent witness to our joys and sorrows, a keeper of secrets and dreams. It reminded us that we are never truly alone, that the love of our family endures, stitched into every fiber. Sometimes we'd gather around the quilt and share stories about the people behind each patch. My grandmother would tell us about her own mother, who taught her to sew, and how every generation added their own piece to the tapestry. The quilt became a living family tree, its roots deep and its branches wide, connecting us across time and distance. One evening, as I tucked the quilt around my little cousin, she asked where all the patches came from. Her eyes were wide with wonder, her fingers tracing the shapes and colors as if she could read the stories with her hands. I smiled and told her, "Our memories are stitched into the warmth we give others." Every patch is a piece of someone's heart, a moment we wanted to keep safe and share with those we love. The quilt is a way of saying, "You are part of this story too." She hugged the quilt tighter, as if she could feel every story beating inside it. In that moment, I realized that the quilt was more than a family heirloom. It was a bridge between generations, a way for us to pass down not just objects but the very essence of who we are. That's the magic of our memories. They live on, not just in our minds, but in the comfort we offer, in the kindness we share. The quilt teaches us that even the smallest scraps can become something beautiful when they are joined together with love and care. And as new memories are made, new patches are added. The quilt grows, just as our family does, always changing, always holding space for what's to come. It's a reminder that our stories are never finished. They're always being written, one stitch at a time. So next time you wrap up in something warm, ask yourself, whose stories are you carrying? And who will carry yours? The answer is woven into every thread, waiting to be discovered, cherished, and passed on.